Hello, I have my trusty Lowrey GS-2 right here. I just got last weekend, and I cannot believe I've been spending the last 3 months looking for the GX2, but the GS2 really fills the bill, and pretty much about 90%, at least 90% of everything the GX2, the GS2 can do also. Like, for example, here's your keypad. This is like where you enter. Instead of having a row of tabs down here, everything's in here. It's like when you want to do a rhythm, you just enter whichever number it is, whichever variation you want, one right here. And then here's your rhythm enter to activate it, and then you can do your intro and ending here. Kind of very similar to, except you're using the keypad instead of just flipping a switch. Over here is like your Genie stuff, your presets, your lower bass tabs and bass sounds. Over here you have your upper, instead of the row of tabs down here, they're right in here for your upper keyboard. You have your strings and your flutes. You have a couple preset things here in your effects instead of down this way. And over here is your instrument sounds. You have 25 extra ones right here. 25 extra ones right here. And you just press whichever. Each of these two rows are sound, like orchestral sounds, and then these are solo sounds, only sound one note at a time. Each one of these has a Genius button that you can assign any of these to. And then you have your mixer down here. You don't have like the little red bars that you can really see, but you press one up or down. Right here you'll see what the value is, and then you can adjust it accordingly. And then right over here, instead of 4 switches, there's 2, but here lights up all your advanced stuff, so you can do all kinds of neat things. You can transpose, you can add harmony to your right hand. You can, this button right here, you can add the bass to your left hand. So here you put your cartridges in, and they give you extra. There's different kinds, there's variety, there's country, there's Latin, there's contemporary, there's different kinds. Each one has 6 different rhythms, and then these variations, what they do is just kind of change it just a little bit instead of giving you a whole different rhythm. They're really neat. And then if you touch right here, right along here, then you get all those crazy fill-ins in that. For example, my favorite with the GX2 also, I've spent many an hour playing the country rhythm. So here we'll do 9. Okay. This is my favorite forever. And then you can get a little crazy with this. That's my favorite. Your downbeat late in the middle there. That's my other favorite too. Now, here's something else too. I have one of my books, you can combine different sounds to make different sounds, and then when you put in a cartridge, you get extra sounds that go with the different rhythms. But the GX2 has a whistle. To me, it sounds like somebody doing an opera aria. But you can adapt here. I found that that whistle was nothing more than just a 4-foot flute. Now with the GS-2, it's not quite as intense though with the GX-2. So here it is. That's really close. And then the same really sweet organ sound that was one of the main things I liked about the... And so here's a couple of the other sounds that you can do. This is your piano. Oops. Yeah, I don't mind, man. I'm just kind of going on this without having practice first. And I have a guitar here. We got bells. It doesn't sound much like bells to me, but that's each to their own. This would be a percussive. So you add it to your... Yep, you add it to your organ tabs. If you want to do like jazz or whatever. Just a basic horn. Line guitar. Now when you do your Genius voice, you'll type in the number and then just hit the Genius button for whichever one group you want. And then down on the bottom you have trumpet. That's not too bad. Jazz flute. You have a synthesizer, you have a couple of them. This was the one that the GX-2 had. And I always wondered, I thought, what song would you use that for? I don't know what. Okay, so if you put, I'll just use an example here. How about an electric guitar? So that would be number 22. And then just hit the orchestral Genius button. Pretty cool. So I mean, everything here is pretty simple. Not a lot of complicated things here. And then when you put the cartridge in, I'll grab it here real quick. So What you gotta remember to do though is when you're gonna put a cartridge in, you have to have only these Genius buttons. You have to have everything else. Let me make sure. Make sure that's all. Genius buttons. Okay. Everything else, everything but both Genius buttons. All this stuff has to be turned off, or you kind of go goofy. You just make sure the label's facing you, up and in, and then you go through everything that's on there, and then you can pick whichever you want. Okay. Alright, so we can do, how about 16. Alright, so 2-4 novelty, that's a really good one. And then what you get in your orchestral, like some sort of horn. Then on the bottom, sounds like maybe like a jazz or guitar or something like that. Okay, and then you have all the rest of your sounds. Okay, and then then all the things you can do, and then you can do a variation. It just kind of changes the sound just a little tiny bit. Do number 2. It's going to change that little kind of guitar there in there. The best part is, as long as there's a reset, or I like to use panic button down underneath if you get stuck or you just want to start over again. Maybe you forgot something, or you're having a little difficulty figuring something out. You can just start all over again. Now you can yank this out, just pull it up, and then okay, say you do 1-6 enter. You do enter with the cartridges. With the regular, just the ordinary rhythms that are right here, you do rhythm enter. Okay. So as long as you don't press the panic button, you can pull the cartridge out if you want to. It's pretty cool. That is really cool. The keys are like on other organs, like the Techniques, like down underneath it's like hollow, but these keys are weighted. Now they still don't play like hard like a piano. They're still very soft and full. Pedals, they're very easy also. So that's pretty much the GS-2 in a nutshell. Definitely a dream come true for me. And there's a couple other just regular favorite, old GX2 favorite rhythms here that were really, for example, disco would be number 6. Okay. And I think it's variation 1, and that will be dance. There's two categories. There's 2 categories that are okay. Okay, something's This is like a 29-year-old organ, so I'm not gonna gripe and moan about little imperfections like that. Let's just give it another try. 6. 1. Intro. Command is always intro and ending. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, alright. I don't know how to stop this. There's a, like, if you just want to stop a rhythm out right there's a button you push. I don't know which one. Alright, let's just panic. Come on. Okay. Alright, we hit the panic button. Now let's see what we do. Okay. 6. Enter. 1. Command. Trying to get. See what I mean? This is the thing. Oh, grapey. Okay, something's wrong. And it's all caught on tape. Alright, I'll be back on. That was pretty much the gist of it. I gotta figure out what's going on. I will be back later with hopefully a song.